What's up guys, this is Alexis playing and welcome to Mornarch. We're here on a mission to find oh, I can get Sam. Wait, I need to check Sam. Let's go. So Vicar is now created, but how about Sam? Oh, he's a strange one. So okay, I'm gonna check him out. More HP. Oh, you already have that. More range damage. More armor. More melee combat. I think he's more of a range guy. And let's get out outside. I'm gonna trade Felix for Sam just to test him. Why not? So this is Alex is playing. You're playing, well, you're with me here with this The Other Worlds. Awesome game, nice storyline, missions, side quests, everything goes. So this is part 19, by the way. Oh, Sam. So let's check out Sam. Does he have some equipment? Does he have some armors? He does. Sam equipment is permanently attached to his frame and cannot be removed. Okay. What's your armor? Wow, what? Body armor 44.8. That's pretty good. So it's 44.8 all the way. Let's compare with me. Well, that's about similar. I have 22 plus 23, or these are separate because you get shot at one place or another. So yeah, corrosive plaster, corrosive washer. That's a heavy weapon. Heavy weapon. Okay, kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. Like it. Intimidate. Threat generated. How much HP you have? You have 1,000. How much HP I have? 2,000. How about you have? 1,200. So he's the lowest of everyone. So I'm gonna give you HP. Oh wait. So that's HP and more damage. So you'll be at 1,500. Level 14. Alright. But he does have a lot of armor. So I need to go there to talk to someone. This is very industrial space. Sword Captain identification cartridge. You initiate remote landing. Oops. Oh wait. So I'm stealing when I'm doing this. Oops. I don't really need that, but it's fun to have it, right? Can we get there? Not quite. Let's try something. Ugh! Oh, they blocked it. Alright, I won't be a nuisance. Let's try over here. Wait, what? Really, they removed that too. Gee, my ship landed really tight with all those objects. Really tight. So let's get out of here. Ah, there it is. First man of the visit.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Sure.
I don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Correct. You seem surprised, number 2.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are you doing? Take more than a few gunships to scare me, so let's go for 1.
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes.
Uh-oh.
On behalf of Mornarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Alex. Yeah, let's go for that.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Years ago, okay. Not what I expected to find on Mornarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Are you saying the board's been lying? Number 3?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
I'll do that.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
I'm not sure. That depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure thing. Sure, I can ask you about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
So I've seen something else. This path. As you know, I'll always look at the darker paths to see if there's not some little stuff in here. And there is. All done. Sam, you won't say anything, right? Still our job. So what's my inventory like? Let's just check out a little bit of what could I change here? Energy, flamethrower. I don't really like the flamethrower. I'm gonna break down this. Where can I see where I have pieces? So gun pieces, armor pieces, or so I have enough pieces. I'm gonna sell everything else. What's your weapon of choice? Heavy machine gun, shotgun, assault rifle, light machine gun. This is what I have. Is this my light machine gun? Yeah. Oh no, yeah, grenade launcher. Maybe I should switch him. Something with electricity, but actually power. So okay, I'll keep all my weapons for now. This is tempting to switch this one for this one. Level 5. That could be so much more. Oh, you can compare 2 guns. Oh no, okay, it's keeping the other one. That's cool. Let's sell everything else. 5% discount. No discounts. No discount. So let's go for that. Let's go for armors. 1, 3, 14, 9. That's all gone. Candy, whatever. This is what I want. 200% natural health regeneration. Base health plus 25%, so that adds up. Nope. Nope. I'll keep that in mind. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I need to keep that in mind. Nope. Immunize on full status effect. Only 20 seconds. That's like that too. 20 seconds. Come on. Come on. Kind of the you add this to your inventory and then you slash out. Oh, that's why. We're gonna sell half of those. Let's go like this. There we go. I'm gonna be so much lighter. So goodbye. Screwed up. Alright. I'm so light. Kind of. This is 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 5. Does this say the total? Nope. Nope, nope, no total. I wish they would. 0.5 everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna mod everything.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
Alright. Club vendors. Is this a shop of some sort? That's Nikira. Where is the other one? About that. About that thing. Talk to Dr. Wanderer? No. Check with Celia, that's what I want.
Chances of all the times and places we could have been born.
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
So Celia is here.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
That's a decent gun.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
The deepest merchant. That's it. 22.9. What? 36 blocks. Health. Stealth. 19. How much do I have? 17. This is 36. Yep. I wish there was some more.
Next to the others, sir.
So let's upgrade this. What do you have? Yeah, I'll take it. And I'll sell this. Sell armors. There we go now. It's you. What would you like to?
And welcome to Mornarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? Are you having money trouble? Grimm asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
I'll do that.
But I'll warn you, Grimm wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Well, you said you were having money problem.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Why is that? Do you usually blow your money on that?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or a mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why are you buying so much for Sebastian? That's a good question.
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type.
I'll ask Sebastian.
Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask.
Sure.
Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Sounds good. Wait, I'm curious, what do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
What do you think? We're gonna talk hours? That's very generous of you. No, you have a meeting with me. Now let's go for number one.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
Not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just looking for the information broker. Me, I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me. Let's go for number 2.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Correct. I'm afraid not. If I have to eat one more weird science project past off as food in this prat fucking cut, I'm going to stab someone. Let's go number 2.
Oh, shame. I mean, saving a bottle of iceberg aged whiskey for an occasion like this.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What are you exactly hoping to accomplish? Yeah, if you're free of the other corporations, why would you want to bring them back? Let's go for number 1.
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Mornarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You're tired of scrolling and scrabbing by, is that it? Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
That's a coward answer, so what do you mean to do about it? Let's go for number 2.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
What's the plan? This lady knows what's going on. Yeah, let's go for number 1.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a 2-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Okay, how are you going to do that? Yeah.
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
So where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Guess I'll get it.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there.
Don't worry.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Before I go, I need to ask you something.
What can I do for you?
I have a question about MSI. That's a good question too.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place, yeah?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations? Yeah?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
Well, but not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you. Yeah, let's go for that.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Using the board's own tool against them, damn clever.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yet here you are. I hope you gave them the finger. Guess you missed the transport. Now let's go for one.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Mornarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want back on the board? Yeah, that's a good question. Let's go for that.
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon. To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to DAC? Can't fault you for your practicality. Seems to me that anything's better than the corporate yoke. 3.
I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Good for you. Force them to the bargaining table. Just be careful. The board doesn't mess around. Leverage. 1.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
You don't seem to think much of Graham?
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
You get strong feeling on the matter. Yeah, let's go for 2.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What's the hazard clause? Yeah.
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they're in Falk it on Monarch, or you sound skeptical? Let's go for 2.
Monarch may be dangerous, but it's hardly the wasteland the board describes it to be. Whatever the board's goals, the greater good has little part in them.
I want to talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
And I met Grimm, the landing pad guard. 3.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
How do I get there?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek.
I love treks.
But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
I gotta go. This is office. Alright, what else do we have in this city? So that's the Yacht Club. Do I see that on the map? Yacht Club, vendors, vendor machine. That's my interior. What else do we have here? Can we actually go and get it? There's a hole in the wall there. Can we go? Lift this a little bit. So that seems to be the tavern. This seems to be the hotel.
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
So I have a vending machine. Discovery, which gives me XP. Interesting. Ah! Workbench. Wait, I need to buy weapons first. Why is there rocks there? That's weird. So I think I saw a weaponsmith. Can we get out here? Yes.
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky.
Left field.
More than usual. Wouldn't know. I made it a point to
Tossball bettings? Really?
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
Who has time to watch grown men and women hit balls with sticks?
Everyone needs a good diversion. That's what keeps you from thinking about the marauders outside town. The Raptidons chewing at the walls. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway. So, what can I do for you?
You said you were having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Oh, I can't do anything else? Alright, that's all. For now. I might actually ask Graham about this. Is this a house? This seems more like a place to rob. Let's rob everything. So a few things here, a few things there. And that's about it. There we go. It's clean. So much cleaner now. So is there a weapon shop? There's no weapon shop. That's what I'm understanding right now. So I guess there's a ladder so I don't break my neck again. Or should I say my leg? Oh, this is a real thing here. Oh, what's that? Plasma caravan.
Volume now.
Unmuting volume, okay. A plasma carabine. That seems interesting. Oh, not that much. Oh, it's the same thing I have. Same level. So I need to find a weapon shop, buy a few weapons. No. What was that? Oh, really? Okay. He'll recover. I'm not worried about it. I like it when there's small secrets everywhere. So, what is that?
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can... Hello, dearie.
Hello?
Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
That's a good question. This is the medicine space. Who's Velma?
She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper.
Nothing wrong with a little passion?
No disagreement there, dearie. But Velma can be a little prickly. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
You're in charge of handing out medicine.
Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and energized.
I guess so.
You certainly seem like you could use a pep you up, dearie.
Nothing for now, thanks.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own capital.
So I can't talk to him.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working double.
So I think I made all this street.
We don't get many outsiders.
Don't worry, I have a gun. This is for going outside to the arm storage. Really, there's no anywhere. Where? I'll get back to you. Vending machine.
Good day to you.
Oh, a chef.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
You don't need to jump. Why would you admit that to anyone?
Because there's no shame in having overactive bladder muscles, alright? It's a perfectly normal medical condition.
Okay, perfect.
Besides, life in this town is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Chef Raymond. Ever thought about leaving?
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goo, what then?
Why don't you just tell me? Oh, you forgot stab.
Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave.
What do you have against this town?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Mornarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long.
10 hours, okay.
It all sounds wonderful. Until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
I'll take care of that. Seems like you want more than a centimeter.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown.
I'm off.
Lucky you.
Alright, chef. Let's see if we can get on the roof here. Oh, hello. Is there somebody watching? Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a mace. No one's gonna come here, right? We're good. Is there where we can go over here and then am I hidden?
Great work.
No one saw that, right? I think I'm stuck. Okay, I'm good, I'm good. Now I'm gonna go and break my leg again. Okay, so I'm still searching for any armory. Workbench discovered. Oh, that's cool. Oh, are you? Oh, this is fish place.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you?
Let's trade.
If you don't see it, I don't got it. Don't go asking for the special reserve.
Okay. Ah, she does have weapon. Okay. So can we compare with what we have? No, we can't. Okay. So helmets with 22 times 2. One helmet with 36. That's cool. That's nothing. That's nothing. These are normal. Whoop. That's a little bit different. Level 16. That's why. What? Level 18. Spacer's Choice. Light assault rifle. Light machine gun. Those are actually pretty good. Wow, I'm gonna spend all my money here. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy this one, this one. Oh, I can't buy anything for my robot. So one for me and one for someone else. Let's check out how this would change my life. So this is the same thing, different levels. This one is way better. Ta-da! I can resell this one. Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice. Oh yeah. Wildlife Emporium. Where is it? I don't know. Oh, this one. Sebastian Adam Wildlife. Oh, I need to ask him. He's the guy. That's a faction? Oh, yes, it's a faction. Where's the flowers for Sebastian? So that's him right here, right? Yeah. Oh, he is actually right there. So about you. 14. Oh, I didn't bought them. I'll check this out. 26. Heavy construction gear. Oh, I found this somewhere. Okay. And what? 36. What do I have? I'm good. But you could be even better. 38. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool armor. 24. Okay, I can sell the rest. For your guns, so you have this one 400. What about something that does better at every level? There we go. I can sell the rest. 131. Let's switch this just for you. And what about me? It's all about me. I'll keep this one for now. I want to try this one again. This is Light bullets. These are heavy bullets. And these are energy bullets. Perfect. Is this the same thing? So I'll just switch them because this one is damage. There we go. So I can retrade with you.
Do your part to support the local economy?
Sure, sure.
What can I get you?
Trade.
All sales are final.
Good. Let's sell everything first. And I'm gonna buy you those, well, one helmet, 36. That's it. So I have 14 here. I think she has a good helmet here. Yeah. It's my turn. It's my turn. And now, oh, I look good. Oh yes. I need that workbench. And you know what? I'm gonna do that after the video. I'll cut it and I'll just upgrade my stuff. But if you want to quit the video right now, go ahead guys and go to the next video and subscribe for more, and I'll just do this without any comments and I'll upgrade my weapons. Alright, take care guys.